Meow, meow, meow,
Meow.
meow.
Meow. Hi guys, thanks for joining us on Crafted. Today I've got the awesome Rico and me. We'll be doing it. We're an hour early. We were scheduled for 10:30, but we're going at 9:30. We didn't know the KG wasn't going to go, and then James has got family sadness going on, which is a bummer too.
Yeah.
So a lot of things going on, but let's just get into it. Does that sound good to you, Rico?
Sounds like a plan to me. How about I do James as normal, and I will go off of the participants list. Excuse me. Oh, no, that's hardly anybody. That's weird.
Oh, no.
Because I see way more people in the chat.
Maybe James is just really good.
Hold on. Let's just give it a couple of seconds here, and I'll let it see if it populates a little bit more. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
I see a lot more people in the chat than I see listed here in the participants for some reason.
I see Dr. Anthony in there. He was asking me if I had any lyre tails or swordtail guppies. Now, my swordtail guppies, you can get ones that are either top sword or bottom sword. Mine are bottom sword. And then if they have two swords, it's called a lyre tail. Unless they're actually so long and it doesn't curve, then it could actually be a double sword. They're like, the sword tails are IFGA caliber, but my lyre tails aren't IFGA, and I've mixed them with guppies to try to make them bigger. So they're actually a lot bigger than the normal Inler. They're just kind of one of the fish that I'm having fun with.
Gotcha.
Because some of the females are throwing like a, I don't know what it's called, but it's when a fish like a Congo tetra swims, you see all the different colors.
Iridescence.
Well, some of the females are throwing an iridescent one guppy, and it's got a leopard skin pattern. So it's like silver, but then it has all the rainbow on it.
Yeah.
It's really neat. It doesn't have a super big tail, and I've been working with that for a while, but for some reason I get these crazy awesome lyre tail, large blue Japanese blues coming out too. So they say it takes a long time to really get a strain down, and that's why I'm going to be building. I've only got 8 tanks dedicated to them, so I'll be moving to the breeding room eventually, and I'm going to have several 3-gallon tanks where I can get real deep into
Gotcha.
the stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I also have some swordtails. They're the bottom one, and I got from Peter Mob Guppy.
Yep.
But I ruined the strain because I added some blue yellow metal heads in there because they were nice looking fish, and they did have a little bit of that iridescence, but they were sort of a peach color, and I just wasn't that, And I know that he's got a ton of his strain out there. I know Anthony's got some. I know you have some. Bob Kaler's got a whole bunch of people have some of those guppies. So I wasn't worried about it, and I like what I have now even better. And I'll have to show some of them soon because they're in the tub as well. And I saw some yesterday. I was getting the tub ready to move outside, and there are some really, really nice ones with just a bunch of blues, and they're beautiful. But the participants list is full now, so I'm going to run through it real quick. So we've got Dr. Awesome there. We got Ian from Atkins, who just had a birthday the other day. Carlos Diaz, Carol Cox, Cat Hair Crafts, Chattanooga Ed, Daniel Velez, Brother Dan, Eric Wyrock, who was on the Hot Mess Express tonight with Foxanne, Mary, and Dee Dee, and it was a fun show. And he was wearing my leggings, and he kept standing up so he could adjust. No. He was adjusting the lights, so he was getting real close. It was funny. Finn Wiggles.
Rewatch.
Hillbilly Aquatic, Keith Hanshaw, Killer Kitty, Lefty, Levi's, Lilibet, Liquid Zoo, Mystery Snail Guardians, Oinky, Sandy O, Skull Aquatics, Tanks by Terry, Zen Ginger, and Xanadude. And I know there's probably some other ones in there, but that MNC just came in. That's from the participants list, so I'm sure there's others in the chat. Hello, everybody.
Well, hi, Uncle Bruce, and hi, Tom Patterson, because you guys are probably at home going like this.
Yeah, hi to both of them.
Well, So today's craft is kind of a crummy craft. It's not like a fun craft, but it's an important craft. And it's something I do every year. And I don't even know if it's really a craft, but it's definitely something that you can make at home. Oh, see, look, Tom Patterson gave me the fingers.
He gave you the fingers, huh?
Yeah. Not just one, he gives me two.
Yeah, I don't think stuff has to be just exactly crafty. I think do-it-yourself is well within the realm of your topic.
And that's definitely what this is. What we're doing is I'm still prepping my tubs. So I always get crushed coral, and I want to add crushed coral to all my tubs because, yeah, it's going to come out of the tap at about 7.3, but I get so much rain. I don't know if other people have, deal with this or not. Throughout the summer, I have to drain water from my tubs instead of add. And so what I'm pulling out...
I'm sorry. I just let them overflow. I cut the overflow in the one with the little sponge fitted in there, and I just let them overflow when they need to. But, yeah, same idea.
Yeah, I just don't ever add any tap water to it. So what you're getting from the sky is really soft water.
Yeah.
So I got to buff up the pH. So I do it with crushed coral.
I wonder how much that affects it though, because last year was my first time, but I put my tub outside and it was our well water, very, very hard. And then I didn't do anything with it the rest of the summer. I didn't feed it. I didn't add water. I didn't put anything in it. And I still got massive quantities of guppies that were beautiful. So I'm wondering how much, maybe the guppies are just, I don't know, maybe the ones I have were okay with it. Because, well, that's what we're going to talk about too on Rico and the Man after you tonight is summer tubbing and different stuff to put in there besides guppies.
I go to the dollar store and I buy pantyhose. And I always tell the girl it's for a project.
It's probably even weirder that you have to say something about it. You know what I mean? If you didn't say anything, do they ever give you a look? Like, no.
She was just
or look at your legs?
I picked the black ones just because I think it's less noticeable than, like, if you put white ones, you're going to see the giant white ball at the bottom. And the crushed coral is also white. So it's still, you're going to see it to a point.
Let's look at the chat here. Let's see what's going on. We've been ignoring it. Let's see. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. I see Lefty had something he wanted to say. Dr. Awesome says he wants to buy some of your bottom swords, Ed, and that sounds like a euphemism.
Yeah. Well, I've got to send some to Jimmy P. So
and they're both in California.
I can send them out to Jimmy P. I'll do the same to you. So I'd like to do that sooner than later. Since you guys are both in California, I've got to have James's help because I don't have a heat sealer. And I really want to make sure that I get it right if it's going that far. The last fish I sent was to Liquid Zoo, and it arrived dead. Oh. So I just don't want that to happen again.
Yeah. Finn Wiggles says, where in the world is Ricky De Hoyos? Ricky is okay. He was out of the country for a while, visiting family and stuff. And he does have a lot going on right now. I did talk to him, though, because I was concerned, too, when somebody else brought up his name in a stream the other day. So I reached out to him to make sure he was okay. And he's doing okay. He's got some medical tests coming up, though, next in early June that he's a little concerned about. So, keep him in your thoughts.
For sure.
All right, let me.
So one scoop of coffee, and I gotta get my pantyhose. I've cut the bottom part off.
And Lefty said, you're brilliant with the crushed coral idea. Probably would have 100% helped my gups out with how soft my water is.
Yeah, I have this also in some of my upstairs tanks. The thing with crushed coral is it's not going to dissolve it doesn't dissolve over time. It dissolves as the pH lowers. So if your pH is at the right level, it's going to stay coral. But as it goes soft, or as your water goes soft, it's going to dissolve to the point to get it back to where it's not going to melt anymore. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know if I need to try it. I mean, I was happy with what happened last year with my guppies. Levi says every time I need pantyhose, my mom questions me, and I, Levi.
Well, wait, what else did he say?
He said every time I need pantyhose, my mom questions me. Levi's a young man, so it's got to be a little strange for him to go ask his mom for pantyhose.
You just say the guy on the internet told you to do it.
Yeah, I don't think that makes it any better. Dr. Awesome says he's going to be in Peru in 10 days. We'll have to wait till I get back in September.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Maybe I'll own my own heat sealer. But
you know what, Ed?
But
if you're going to make it to the Keystone Clash, Dr. Awesome will. Oh no, but he's flying. Never mind. I was going to say Dr. Awesome is also going to be at the Keystone Clash. You can bring him there, but he's flying. I don't know if he wants to deal with that. So that's
we could always give him a cooler.
Jenny.
And I leave the handle on, so I can pull it out. It'll just float around, and that's my crushed coral ball. I put one of these in every single one of my tanks. And also, I'm sure it picks up beneficial bacteria and everything.
Sure. And does it usually dissipate by time the?
No, it doesn't melt that fast at all. So
by the end of the season, will it? And real quick, there's Dee Dee, hi Dee Dee, and Jeremy, Geek Boy, Too Cooley, a bunch more people came in. Sarah, Mirik, Skull. Geez, hope I got everybody. Zenny, I don't think we said hi to Zenny.
Lady Zen.
So by the end of the season, is there still some left usually?
Oh, I'm still using ones from 2 seasons ago.
So it must not be doing too much.
Yeah, it just dissolves a little. But I always keep it in there as my buffer.
Huh.
And
maybe it's not a big
my legs.
Maybe it's not a big deal then. Where's Steven? Steven's all about this stuff.
I was wearing black. I'm wearing black shorts, and this is black, and it was on my shorts, and I couldn't see it.
Gotcha.
But I mean, you just never know what type of summer you're going to have. But I also just think it's great for beneficial bacteria too to grow all over this stuff.
And with such soft water from the rain and everything, it's sure it can't hurt.
And
Finn Wiggles dropped you a $10 super chat. She says, "You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, round, round, right round."
All right, that one's going to be in my next short. If it's not my next short, it'll be the short after that. But thank you, Finn Wiggles. Well, Finn Wiggles, a boy or a girl?
That is a female.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that Finn Wiggles was a boy. I'm so sorry, Finn.
I make the mistake all the time, not with Finn Wiggles, but with other people, and she doesn't mind. Hey, look, there's Drew. Fishy Biz. What's up, dude? I haven't seen you in forever. Hope everything's okay. I saw something with you were in the hospital with your mom, and I know you're working on some projects for the kids with tanks, and it's good to see you, Drew. I miss hanging out with you.
About ready for summer school or summer vacation too.
I miss hanging out with you.
He's an awesome guy.
And Killer Kitty said if you were wearing the Rico leggings, you wouldn't have lost it.
Yep.
When you lost the pantyhose.
Well, maybe someday when I'm all caught up on all my bills and have absolutely nothing to spend my money on, I'll spend it on a pair of really expensive leggings with Rico's face on it.
Sarah says, I use it in my tanks with lots of woods or coconut shell to buffer water. Works well.
Oh, so does she have soft water?
I'm imagining so.
Because that's kind of the opposite.
Well, maybe it depends on the wood. I mean, but she's talking about adding the wood and stuff, so.
Yeah, but the wood will soften the water.
Then Ginger said, okay, for the record, and she's yelling. So wait, you may not care, but if you have an androgynous name and it's not on purpose, tell us so we don't feel stupid for using the wrong pronouns. Yeah, I mean, if you care. I agree with that, though. I mean, it's nice to know. I hate to to use the wrong pronouns for anybody. I don't. So yeah, it's nice to know. If you care, let us know. Stephen P says, "Blanket hi. Sorry, I was lurking. Then I heard my name. We were talking about buffering and
Or Stephen P said that?
yeah, coral.
Oh, yeah, Stephen P. I was thinking Jimmy P. I don't care about Stephen P.
Oh, wow, Ed.
I'm just teasing. Steven's wonderful.
Steven's wonderful.
I bet you could make some pretty cool shorts with these.
Shorts?
Yeah, look at this.
I feel already like I need to adjust myself.
Let's see what it looks.
Those aren't shorts. Great.
If I had something to make it pop up, it'd be like a rabbit. Look, I look 2-dimensional instead of 3-dimensional.
You look friggin' weird. That's what you look.
Oh,
you should just do that sometime though. Just wear it on one of the streams and don't say anything.
See if anybody
don't ever
notices.
bring it up and people say anything. Just say, I don't know what you're talking about.
Talk about not being able to see anything though. I wonder if that'd be a good idea or a bad idea on a sunny day.
That?
Yeah, because it was kind of like I was in the shade.
Would
but
it
it's
block
dark,
enough?
so it might make my head really hot.
Yeah, you might absorb the heat, or maybe there's enough breeze and that's not enough cloth.
Maybe I could put cold packs in the little ears and tie it at the top.
It wouldn't look weird at all. Eric said I'd probably wear them.
Okay. Now, I bought this 10-pound bag, and I didn't even ask how much it was, so that was kind of terrible. I wish I would have, so I could have told you guys how much a 10-pound bag of coral costs.
Sarah said, no, I have extremely hard water, but the coconut shell makes it really soft. Checked it one day, and the pH was 5, so started using pH more neutral. And Lefty said, shorts should be see-through. I think he meant shouldn't, but maybe he meant should be. But he said should be see-through. And I don't wear those types of shorts.
I don't know about this Lefty guy.
I know.
Oh, Lefty, I need your
Vanessa.
address. I need to mail you something. So if you could just post your address.
Right in the chat.
Yeah, right in the chat. And then Rico will take a screenshot for me. Oh, where did I just put the other leg? Oh, here it is.
MNC, you know what? I honestly don't remember if there's substrate in my one tub. I wasn't planning on using any substrate in my second tub that I just bought. I bought a little 40-gallon one because that's the only one I could get in the car to get home. And they wanted $92 to ship me one.
Now, if you get a lot of leaf litter in your tub too, you may want to put this in there.
I don't. There's no trees
cool.
where I keep the tubs. And I don't put anything in the pond either. I don't. There's no substrate in the pond.
Yeah, and you could just drop this in the bottom of the tub or the pond, but I don't like having any type of stuff on the bottom. So when it comes fall time, I can just fish the fish out easier. If that makes sense. And it makes it really easy. Like you can see if you have dragon nymphs or not in there. So I've got the single scoop for the smaller tubs, the 20 gallons. And then I've got the double scoops for the 110s.
2 scoops of coral.
Yep. And then I'm going to leave all of the handles on. And it's not going to be a problem at all. You know, it just gives, it kind of flows like a leaf in there. So that's what I do for my coral every year.
Brookley is about to leave on a long trip. She's just backing out of Stephen and Jenna's driveway, and then she's got to make the long drive home. So we won't see her for at least 5 minutes.
Oh, crap.
She lives like 5 minutes from Stephen. Vanoski came in. There's Susan. Hi, Susan. And we also have aquariums maintained by Andy. Hello. 15 pounds of crushed coral costs $15 at PetSmart.
Okay. Well, I don't know what it costs at your fish store, if I paid more or less than that. I prefer to buy it from your mom and pop. I bought it from Aquatic Aesthetics. bam, right
Bam.
there. And I think I used about 5 pounds.
Finn said it looked like bumper nuts. I don't think I'm going to add any this year. I'm going to try it because I've only done it 1 year. I'm going to give it 1 more year and see how things go with the guppies. Again, that's what we're going to talk about on the next show, is about summer tubs and different things to put in them. So I don't want to get too much into that. But what I did have did really well. I mean, they exploded. There was the population, and they looked beautiful. They were big, just amazing. Carol said she's got some of those rice fish from Dan that you're interested. They're nice. Hoping they breed in my tub. Now, were they the whites that Dan said? I swear when he was doing a tour of some of the new fish, he said he had the blues. But he says he doesn't market them as blues, that they're platinums. So then today I saw the black, the Miyuki rice fish. They are Madakas, but they're Miyuki ones. And I swear I saw some really beautiful blue rice fish, and I really want them. Well, they weren't the daisies; they were the Madakas, but blue.
Huh. You know what? I took the things off, but I think you'll see it better if I leave these mats on here because they're white.
Yeah, it stands out.
Well, that's awesome. I really want to try to find another type of rice fish and tub them too yet this summer.
I've never had rice fish. I do have white cloud minnows, which are, sort of the same type of fish as far as they fill the same niche, I guess. Not that they're related or anything, but they're oftentimes considered for the same types of things, right? They're
both Asian-y.
Both Asian-y. He markets them as white for my tub. They are blue. Good to know, Carol. Good to know. Okay. Maybe I will try them from Dan. I do like to buy from Dan. I did see that Aquatic Arts had them as well.
Have you checked to see if Dublin Creek has any other rice fish?
I have not. I just looked on Get Gills and Dan's Fish for rice fish, and that's all I saw.
Well, maybe we could pop those in a minute. Okay, so here's my pumps. These are much smaller than the big ones I have in the big tanks.
You know what?
I don't know. Yes.
Why don't you put it on the big screen for yourself there?
Oh,
I was going to do it for you, but I can't.
That's normally James's deal.
I know that's. And Patrick, it's good to see you. Dragon Lair, it's good to see you. He says, "What are you making, Ed?" So he's showing us the pump that he's getting set up for the summer tubs.
And I don't know how much this is actually going to pull in the water, but I don't want it to pull in any fry. That's my fear, because then they'll be ground up.
Yeah.
So I use the same cheapy pantyhose, these dollar pantyhose. Yeah. And they're really 50 cents to make the guard.
Great idea.
And I do this for the big ones also, but I mean,
that is a great idea, because I was using the bags, the real fine bags that are made for that, that have the drawstring and stuff, but they're the fine ones. And that's a great idea right there. That's what I should have just done. I'm not that the bags are expensive, but that's even better. And that's even finer than what I use.
Okay, and then you can pull it as tight as you want to make it a little bit bigger too. See? Well, I don't know if you can see that or not. But
sort of 2 weeks of the damn flu. Oh, sorry to hear that, Patrick. Well, again, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're feeling better. And Kelly Foreman came in. Hi, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
The foremost.
I just wrap this around the cord so it ties itself.
And Susan said filter bags gather muck and clog for me. Yeah, mine do but not all year. Again, this is the first winter I went through, and I turned my pump off and took it out of the water for the winter because I just put a floating heater in there. But when I put it back in and was cleaning it all up, I did have the same problem But since that point, it hasn't been doing it. Alishon, I did look on Aquahuna for rice fish. Yes. And they had one of them come back in stock. Or no, it was the white clouds they were out of and it came back. I like Aquahuna, so I look there quite often.
So this is what we got going on. I made this basket on Rico's show earlier this week on his morning show because I bought one basket and I cut it into 2 small ones. And this will allow the guppies at night to sleep on the bottom and not be pulled towards the filter or the pump. Because these pumps, I just let them run 24/7 throughout the summer. And so that I keep it off the ground. It's also going to not get as much muck getting sucked into it. You know, oh my gosh, I said muck and it made me forget the mulm. The mulm that starts, to grow at the bottom.
Yeah.
They stay relatively clean up here.
Now, do you feel you need that kind of aeration and flow and stuff, or would a sponge filter do just as good, you think? Or do you really need that?
Oh, it's not for the sponge filter or for filtering at all.
No, but the filter still blows up the bubbles and
yeah, it gets over 100 degrees for a couple of weeks at a time.
So you're getting that. Okay.
The tanks get real hot, and so the breaking of the water on top keeps them about 10 degrees lower.
Okay.
Than
yeah.
Like last year, the pool got up to 90 degrees. I think it may have been 92 degrees, the pool water. And then I did the temperature gun on the tubs, and they were about at 84. So
yeah,
that was, and I mean, the plants also help reflect some of the sun. This year I can't find water hyacinth anywhere.
Really? I haven't gone to look yet.
My local store.
Oh, that's because they were remodeling your local place, right?
Yeah.
Renovating it?
And I don't know if they're opening again or not because they're selling their truck. And Rob doesn't carry hyacinth. And the store downtown, Ethan at Fish Mania, they
sold it out, right?
but it sold out within a day.
Yeah, and he can't seem to find it anywhere.
Yeah, it's weird because they got more than you can shake a stick at in Florida, but it just doesn't make its way up the highway, I guess.
Couple of things from the chat. Finn Wiggle said Flip Aquatics is nice, healthy fish. Never bought anything from Flip, but I need to. And Dragonlair said, I know you don't like Facebook, talking to me, but there's really good rice fish group, and they swap fish on there all the time. And then Podrick said, do water lettuce, and that would...
Yeah, and I have water lettuce in my tanks. That was something I was going to talk about tonight, but I thought we'd talk about it on your channel, was different plants that I already have. And then I bought a plant today also to try out. But that's what I thought I would say for your show. Okay. Was the different types of plants I was going to try that I already own because I can't get my water hyacinth. Now, but we'll talk a little bit about water lettuce. The thing I like about water hyacinth over the water lettuce is it's a little bit bigger. Now, I know the water lettuce will get a lot bigger outdoors.
Yeah.
But I just really like those big waxy leaves.
Yeah.
That the hyacinth has, and I love the flower.
Yep.
And I don't know if the lettuce has a flower. I've never seen mine flower ever.
If it does, it's not like that. It's not that kind of flower.
See, I have 2 tanks filled with water lettuce that I can use. And then I have a lot of things that can go underwater, and I purchased red root floaters Saturday that I could try in one tub. So we do have a few things.
I have a lot of water lettuce, and it's all from you.
That's awesome.
That little bit that you sent me, I have every tank. I just pulled a bunch out of this little tank right here. It's a lot brighter now because I pulled a bunch of it and threw it in the tub for now behind me, and I pulled a bunch of the guppy grass out. I'm going to throw guppy grass out there too, not really to do anything in the tank or in the tub so much, but just to grow it out for the Keystone Clash Scotty from the Keystone Clash is really interested in me bringing some. He said that it goes like crazy there. So I was going to bring a whole bunch of it, just let him do whatever he wants. Here's from Paul Satera. He said, if Ed puts the pumpkin into an aquatic plant pot and then fills the pot with pea gravel, fry won't get sucked in. It'll take a long time to clog.
The plant or the...
So you got your pot and you fill it up with pea gravel. You put the pump in it and then fill it up with the pea gravel. And I guess that'd be open enough still to get the water flow in there but the fry won't go in.
Well, maybe next year I'll try that. This little basket with the pantyhose seems to work for me, but that's a great idea. And that would make beneficial bacteria like crazy too. So you also have a filter.
Yeah. So
that's pretty cool.
I'm
not creating a real filter at all with mine.
Dream Fish Keeping sent Alishon said Dream Fish Keeping sent koi rice fish to me, too young for spawning. Wow, koi rice fish. Those sound interesting.
I bet they're kind of like Madakas. They're probably blue and white, but kind of splotty, colors. Like I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That's how the koi guppies are. Koi guppies normally always have, it seems like, a red nose and then some red, or not red, but orange nose with some red spots. Orange spots.
I just want the rice fish that are, I know daisy rice fish don't like as cold of water, and I'm looking to overwinter some of them. I'm going to decide. We'll talk about that on the next stream, but I'm thinking about keeping I'm putting a new little pond in, just a tiny one in the front yard. But again, I want to go over that on the other one. So I got a bunch of stuff I'm thinking about. But I'm doing it all very, very cheaply, like not spending a bunch of money at all. The most expensive thing I bought was the tub, the 40-gallon. It was, I don't remember how much it was, $30, something like that. I don't remember. Don't even remember.
You know what? I just remembered I didn't monetize this channel. Is it okay if I go to YouTube and do that as we talk?
Yeah, go do your stuff. Alishon says Ted C orders over 200 water hyacinths every year to sell to club members, charges only cost and treats them with a dewormer before selling them. That's cool. Charges at the cost.
That's awesome. You see, that's the worry about. I was going to mention, if you do the guppy grass outside, you could be giving, if you don't have a covered system, you could give somebody dragonfly nymphs or eggs.
Yeah, if you're pulling, they could be on there, right? On the roots and stuff.
Yeah.
And Paul said it's illegal. Yep. All over the place. Not just southern states. A lot of western states, too. I know water lettuce is illegal in California, right? Or
yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah. And I sent it there. Dr.
Guppy
told me
grass
that
is too.
I think I don't know if it's illegal there, but it's illegal to send there. And I did send some there because I didn't know. It was way back. It was like over a year ago. Geez, you sent me that water lettuce almost 2 years ago now. Can you imagine that?
It's so bizarre. We've been
almost
friends
2 years.
for a long time.
Almost 2 years now.
And not to change the subject, but I was thinking about that board game I played with you, or with Sean.
Yeah.
And that you got me, and the other fish fan got me. And I was wondering if we could get Sean to play the game, and we do it live from our home, and we just tell him where we want to move our pieces.
I'm up for any of that stuff. But as we saw when I tried to put together the D&D thing, when it comes to don't rely on me. If you just say be here at this time, then that'll work out great.
Yeah, I'll organize it.
Dragonlair said koi rice fish are white and spotted orange. Carol Cox said I just put all different kinds of stem plants in my tubs for hopeful grow out and hopeful place for rice fish or white cloud babies. Killer Kitty says my water lettuce died. I can grow Sylvania and duckweed, but water lettuce melts for some reason. Mine goes through phases. Like the stuff that I just pulled out of the tub, beautiful. And it was in this tank up here, and it in the wintertime it yellows a little bit, but this time of the year it comes back and it's just vibrant green, and it gets so full in there. I constantly have to take it out of that one. I do like water lettuce a lot.
I think it likes a lot of light. The
It's
more
weird how
light you give it, the bigger it gets.
But that's the thing, is that you wouldn't think that where this tub is at. Now there's a window over here and there's windows over here, but that doesn't really change much for that area right there, right? It doesn't really get much different light. It's not variable really. It's constant, and but it changes. And I keep up my routine as far as fertilization and all that kind of stuff. It seems to, in the wintertime, it seems to die, not die off. It just doesn't look as good. So maybe it's the temperature in here. I don't know. The tanks are that tank is heated. Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. I missed some more stuff in the chat. Let's scroll back up here.
Okay, I'm back with us. I also had to click on there and give myself a like.
And did you set subscriber only too?
I didn't. Should have I?
It's up to you. I mean, it does. I haven't seen any trolls recently. You didn't get any trolls, and now that I said that, Matt's going to go make a troll account.
And you know what? Let's do a selfless or a shameless plug, because all the big channels do, and it's smart. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you like the content, hit the bell. If you don't like the content, just subscribe and don't hit the bell. And a like is always likable.
Likes are likable. Matt says,
thumbs count too. Thumbs down.
It's interaction. It's interaction. Yeah. Liquid Matt said, while you're there, how about you enable memberships already?
Well, you know what? I was going to actually talk to Rico today about it, and then things like really sped up tonight.
Yeah. Well, maybe we're both going early, so maybe we can take care of it after my stream tonight.
Cool.
Let's see. Crystal. Hi, Crystal. She just came in saying hi.
Oh,
Jeremy
Crystal
says, anyone have babies in their ponds yet this year? My white clouds have already started with lots of babies. I have not seen it, but
awesome.
My white clouds made it through the winter just fine. There's more than what I put in there last summer. So they did, they are doing fine. And there's some nice big fat ones in there, but I haven't seen any fry yet. The water temperature is still pretty cold, but this week is when this will be the last of the 40-degree nights probably.
You know what I've seen come out of, I have 4 tubs that are indoors in my breeding room. 2 of my tubs had those, they're not dragonflies, they're called something else flies, like durian flies. They look just like a dragonfly, but I think they can fix their wings straight back.
Oh, okay. That's not what I was thinking.
And they're super thin. They're about this big, super thin, and their wings, like dragonflies have their wings like this. They can pull their wings like this, and I think they can get through the netting where the big dragonflies can't. And I pulled out a couple of them from 2 of my tubs, probably because it takes them a full year to mature.
Oh, okay.
So those suckers have been eating probably 3 fry a day for the last year in those 2 tubs.
They never want to leave.
Well, but thankfully, as soon as they get out of the water, they're dead because Baby Cat hunts them.
Nice.
She loves it. And Baby Cat is like she's not a short-legged cat, but she's just a short little cat. And people don't believe that she can catch anything that flies, but she just follows. And as soon as it gets down to her level, bam! And like my sister, one time she was freaking out at my mom's house. This is when I first sold my house, or maybe my house was still for sale, but I had moved in with my mom and dad looking for a new house. And one of those grass flies, they go up and down and all over the place. They look like giant mosquitoes.
Oh, okay.
My sister's like, ah! And I said, don't worry, Baby Cat's on it. And then she's like, oh, right, like that little cat's going to get this thing. And It flew down to about the 3-foot line, and baby cat, bam, got it. It was so cool.
And what'd you say?
Told ya, that's my girl.
Baby cat. She's a huntress.
She is.
All right, let me see where we're at here. We said hi to Mickham. How many people? How many people you got in here with you right now, Ed?
Oh, I see 63.
Very nice. Hi, all 63 of you. We said hi to Susan. Lefty's taken off.
Night, Lefty. The Lefty, send me your email. Because, look, I got Lefty's thing done. He has to guess what it is.
Don't send him an email.
Oh,
You'll never see it.
Don't send me an email. Send me a Facebook thing. Oh, man. New local Austin's here, and I don't have the ability to put a little seal in the thing.
A what?
Every time he's on, I like to say, hi, new Austin. Or, no, hi, local. Hi, new local. And then I put a little seal because there's no walruses. There's a little
from his Halloween costume. From his Halloween costume.
Yep.
Gotcha. I was totally confused. Brookley Bell just got home. That was a long trip. I knew it was going to be a long trip.
I want to thank Brookley Bell. I doubt she probably had a lot to do with this, but her family made me very, very happy today. Today, Taco Bell brought back the Mexican pizza.
I saw you did a short even. You were so happy.
And, I made a short today, and I was thinking what would be appropriate music, so I went with Taco with my music, and yeah.
So you really, really like that Mexican pizza, huh?
Yeah,
I never had one.
My gosh.
Is it like a tortilla, basically? Is it like a quesadilla, or what is it? I've never had one.
What's a taco that's flat?
Tostada?
That's hard, yes. It's like a tostada. They put their liquid meat, and I call it liquid meat because it comes in bags of liquid meat at their store, and then they pour it. Okay, and they just heat it. So they take their liquid meat and their refried beans, and they slap it down, but then they put their enchilada sauce. And they put another crispy thing on top with enchilada sauce, cheese, and tomatoes. And then they roast or toast it for a second. And I just love that enchilada sauce. They used to make enchiladas back in the 70s. And it came in a tin foil thing. And it had 2 enchiladas, and it had a half a black olive on each one. I remember it perfect from Taco Bell. And I mean, I was like 4. But it was like the Mexican food that this kid liked.
Yeah. How about Filiberto's? Have you ever heard of that place? Do they have any like in St. Louis? Okay. I wasn't sure how widespread they are. Maybe our California people, do you guys have Filiberto's over there? And I don't know if it's even still around. But in Arizona, we had a place called Filiberto's it was still fast food, but it was like they had a carne asada burrito that was amazing. It was so good, and it was huge. It was just massive. It was just, I mean, if you could eat the whole thing, that would be amazing. One night, we used to go there every Thursday night in school. We would go there, and we went out for drinks on Thursday nights, and then we would go to Filiberto's after. Well, one night, my buddy Tom, he's standing there at the thing, and I'm behind him. I just got my food, and I was waiting for him, and we were going to leave, and his comes out on a tray, and he's talking to the guy at the counter. And I don't hear what's going on or anything. And Tom's like, what? What'd you say to me? And he picks up the carne asada burrito right off the thing, and he just throws it at the wall. And these things are so big, and it just splattered against the whole wall. And then he was like, run! I was like, what? So we ran, and I was like, what happened? What happened? And he goes, he said something to me. I was like, what did he say? And he goes, I don't know. He just instantly got mad. He was drunk enough. He got mad and just threw his burrito against the wall.
And you're just holding your tray like this, running.
No, mine was in a bag. Maybe that's what had upset him. Maybe they gave him his to stay, and because we were taking it to go.
Oh,
maybe
that would make me furious.
Maybe that's what upset him. He doesn't know. He didn't know. But that carne asada burrito with the extra guac it probably took up a good 5-foot square section on the wall.
Hey,
Right,
I
what's
just want
going
to
on in
say
the
hi to
chat?
Surf City. I don't remember what he said. I think he said hi. Oh, he said hello to us.
He's
and
in
greetings
Cali.
to everybody else.
Dragonlair said white clouds are legal in Canada because they can live during the winter there outside. And that makes sense. Yep. Carlos says, I picked up 24 mosquito fish 3 weeks ago, and now I have 35 to 40. Nice.
Now,
mosquito fish are the gambusa, right?
yes, the Gambusa. And they're supposed to be a lot more tough, as in like a mean little fish, than our standard guppy.
Mm.
So, like, because I was thinking about breeding them and seeing what would come out of it. But they said they would just destroy your guppies, so don't do it.
Eakins is taking his lunch break. He can chat for a bit.
Nice.
Trying to make sure we're not skipping anybody. Lefty went to sleep.
I wonder what he's having for lunch.
Patty said, I lived on the Mexican pizzas in the 90s. Mexican pizza's an oxymoron.
I ate 2 Mexican pizzas today. And I probably won't eat another one for another month. It's just one of those things, you want it, but you don't need it all the time.
Patrick has something good here and something I agree with. He said, Ed, you had a heart surgery. Stop eating that dang fast food, please.
Oh, but my heart surgery, I'm supposed to cut out the green leafy stuff.
Which doesn't make sense because of iron, I guess. Maybe too much iron.
It's the vitamin K.
Oh.
Because
okay.
I don't have cholesterol or any blockages in my heart. I've actually got really good valves, other than the one that doesn't work right.
I think you said really good bowels.
Yeah, those are working all right too. There'll probably be an extra drive tomorrow having that Mexican pizza. But I had the artificial heart valve, and it's like this metal thing, and since we started talking, now I hear it ticking again.
I was going to ask you if you still hear it, but not all the time now. Are you getting used to it? So only when you focus on it?
I don't hear it is like when I'm talking, like on here, and see, now I can hear it nonstop. But
Gotcha.
Normally I can tune it out when I'm on live streams because it's so much fun.
Yeah, gives you something else to focus on.
Yeah.
Brooklyn said, "Damn it! If I knew that, I would have gotten a Mexican pizza on the way home."
Yeah, man, you need to watch my shorts. They're educational and newsworthy.
And Surf City, I got down to where he said hello, and Dr. Awesome said, no Filibertos, Robertos here in Southern Cal.
Ooh, Roberto sounds good.
There's Kim and Mom Shidana, who I see over at Danikin's quite often. Hello there.
Oh, wow. Select Pet is getting to catch a live stream of us.
Where is he? I haven't got down there. I haven't seen John.
He's in
John
Kentucky.
put out a video today about, was it a fish swap? I was watching it. I know there was, it said the Mammoth Cave aquarium thing.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Really?
The big show they had?
Show? Well, he just put the video out today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wanted to go, but I just thought, man, I probably shouldn't. That was the week after Aquaticon, and I really wanted to go. I've been jonesing really bad for another Aquashella. All week long, I've been wishing we could do Aquashella again.
Rico, out here, we don't say for stay. We say for here to go. Yeah, that's the same here. Yeah, we don't say for stay. We say for here or to go. Yeah, and I think most people, regardless, they know what you're asking. But yeah, that's what we say, for here to go. First time I was asked
sometimes they say take out or dine in.
Yeah.
I've heard that too.
Burger King is also bringing back chicken fries, Sen Ginger said.
Oh.
Eakins said, it jumped on me. Spicy ramen is my lunch. Nothing special. I like spicy ramen.
A good ramen.
A good ramen. Not the really super cheap stuff, but a really good ramen. Like Aiden makes really good ramen that was delicious. Had all kinds of stuff. I'll eat it. I'm not a snob. Like I said, I pretty much eat anything.
when I used to babysit my brother in the summer times, this is back in the 90s, early 90s, like literally 90, 91 or 89. I would take ramens and cook them, and then I'd take spaghetti sauce, cheese, and hot dogs and mix it all together, and we'd eat that.
That sounds disgusting, but I would still eat it. And
probably like it. He was probably like a first grader or kindergartner because I'm 8 years older than him. So he loved it, and I liked it.
A lot of people eat the ramen just right out of the package, not cooked. Just eat it.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that.
They sprinkle the stuff on it and just eat it.
When the whole pandemic was happening, I took my mom and dad out so they could stock up on groceries because I was like, who knows what's going to happen? And they got 1 can of beans and 1 can of corn. And I was like, you guys.
That's not really stocking up.
So what I did was I stocked up on a whole bunch of ramen.
All right, let's see what else. Christopher Medeiros just came in. What's up?
Hey, partner. Too coolie for schoolie.
Bunny Viper.
Bunny Viper is the bunniest.
I've never had pho before.
I've had flam.
Nope. Kelly says I make a terrific homemade ramen in my Instapot with pork short ribs. See, Steven, I don't just eat yogurt, almonds, and salad.
I wish, what would be awesome? We should consider this as a show. We just go to Fish Fam people's houses and have dinner with them. And we videotape what they feed us.
That would be cool.
And then we'll end it by showing their tank and leave.
What would we call it? Tanks for nothing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Tanks for nothing.
Paul says ramen equals noodles and yellow salty water. You've just not had good ramen. Yeah, that's it. The cheap stuff is really like that. But good ramen? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I drain the ramen, and then I put the stuff in there.
I don't, even when I make the cheap stuff, I don't leave it like soupy. I like it to be more, more almost like a pasta, type thing. And then I always put, I like to, sometimes I get stir fry vegetables, fry them up real quick or saute them real quick and mix them in with it. And
I'm not a fan of stir fry.
Oh, I am. Oh, I'm getting hungry now.
We have 62 people here, and we're not even talking fish.
or crafted stuff. It's all about food. That garlic butter sauce you get with pizza? It makes a great base for shrimp scampi, Sarah says. And Dr. Awesome says, I'm not eating ramen since I was in grad school. Used to buy 10 for $1 because that's the only thing I could afford. Yeah. And again, there's ramen. There's that cheap ramen, but there's really, really good ramen that's not the salty stuff. I mean, it's like anything else. It's got the base cheap stuff, and then there's good stuff,
When I was in college, I did the same thing. I had very little money.
Yeah.
So I worked at the movie theater, and it was all the popcorn you could eat. And so 4 nights a week, I would eat popcorn. And then if I didn't, what was my other job? Oh, I was like an intern at a photographer's shop, photo studio. And then I was a TA. And the TA was cool because they gave me the same deal they gave all the teachers, and it was like 50% off on the food in the cafeteria. And the Dunkin' Donuts would give us free donuts. And it was like only 2 donuts a day. But I would always get my 2 free donuts every day.
I worked part-time at a Carl's Jr., so I lived off of Carl's Jr. during those years. That's what I had all the time. We would oftentimes, though, trade our food for like a pizza or something. We'd call up KFC or Pizza Hut or whatever other fast food place, and trade food with them, because awesome. You get tired of it. So we would do that quite often. But yeah, I lived on that stuff. The fast food stuff, that's the college years was fast food. Oh, and there was a place called the Golden Coin that was a takeout Chinese place that was amazing, and you would just get huge amount of food for like $5. It was just, it was enough for like the weekend. You take it home and put it in the fridge and just keep eating all weekend. And little by little, you chip away at it.
My manager at the movie theater was awesome. She would go because we were next door to an Arby's and a Wings and Things. And she would go and trade movie tickets for food tickets. And she would give them out to the employees all the time. So I would get Arby's sandwiches.
Yeah.
And I would get wings every so often.
Yeah.
So cool.
When I met Michelle, and Tucker's scratching the door, I'm probably going to have to get up and let him out. But when I met Michelle, we worked at the same pizza place together. And we lived off of pizza. My roommate was a cook at a chain bar tavern. It wasn't bar food. It was a little bit better, but not much, But he would bring home wings, really good wings. But every single night that he worked, he brought home wings. Every night I worked, I'd bring home a pizza. That's what we lived on. We always had pizza and wings, except for Thursdays. Thursdays, we'd always go to that Golden Coin every Thursday. We had Scruffy Drive Fast Asian Day is what we called it, where we weren't allowed to shave. Everywhere we went, we drove super fast, and we always went to the Golden Coin.
Very cool.
We had stupid things like that. Oh, look at this. Sorry, real quick. Gina Reese said I put tomato soup on my ramen noodles. Tastes just like SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. That's what I was doing was it was tasting like SpaghettiOs with hot dogs cut up in it.
I don't think anybody's going to let him out. They're probably...
Grant's in the house.
What were you going to say before that, though?
There were 2 other restaurants next to the movie theater because the movie theater drew in lots and lots of people. So there was lots of... Oh, there's a Hooters, too. She wouldn't go get us Hooter deals. But she tried to go to there was like an old person's buffet type place, and they would never do it. And then there was a Chinese restaurant, and they wouldn't do it. So
at least somebody did, yeah.
Yeah, at least Arby's and Wings and Things, and those were probably my 2 favorite back then, other than Hooters.
Did you know that Brookley Bell worked at Hooters?
No,
and
that's awesome.
The manager of that Hooters was a judge in her town. He was Judge Hooter.
No, that's awesome. I wonder if that made her Taco Bell family upset.
I totally... Look, the door's opening. Who is it? Tucker, go out.
Is Tucker your son?
Tucker's my dog. You should know that.
I know. I was just being stupid.
Okay.
Did he leave?
And I pictured Judge Hooter to look like Boss Hogg for some reason.
That makes sense.
Just a judge and owned the Hooters. He didn't own it, but it's funny. It was all about food.
Well, and we would all park in the back of the like behind all the movie theater and behind all the restaurants. Because if you tried to get out in the front at night, they would cruise. All the teenagers cruised. And it would take you out, well, not hours, but an hour just to get out. And the cops would pull us over all the time. They'd always look at me in my white shirt and vest and tie and say, "You work at the buffet?" And it's like, "No, the movie theater." And they say, "Okay." Because they didn't want people parked in the back unless they're employees. But it was like, give me a break, man. You'd think they would get to know us after a while. I mean, the same guy pulled me over 3 times asking me if I worked at the buffet.
Maybe
every time, nope, still at the movie theater.
Maybe he was looking for a deal.
Wait, oh. I think he was looking for teenagers that cruised. And they were, they didn't want teenagers cruising through the back. So they would always keep the traffic out of there. They should have given us stickers or something. There was also a Kmart in there.
Just reading some of the chat that we won't bring up, but everybody's all on the food.
Now, is Brooklyn Bell, is she married?
Yes.
So she married into the Taco Bell clan.
They don't have anything to do with Taco Bell.
There's nobody in her family. She should look into it. There might be somebody famous in her family that owns it.
I mean, not all people named Bell are, it's not. That's not, Taco Bell. It's not the first name, last name.
You never know.
Hello, I am Taco Bell. I knew a girl named Chris Bell.
She might be related to somebody in the Hooter clan.
She might. The Hooters clan. Oh, God.
Was her name Brooklyn Hooter?
Judges are people too, Mickham says. You guys, damn it, I'm on a diet, Sandy said.
I almost went to Buffalo Wild Wings today and got some wings there.
They closed the ones here. There's not any of them.
Wow.
There was only one anyways that was closed. And there might be some in other areas. I don't
They're closing the Hooters here. But nothing personal, Brooklyn, but the Hooters wings, they're deep fried and batter.
I don't think I've ever eaten it at Hooters. I don't think I've ever been there.
They're delicious, but literally they only stay in your body for about 2.5 hours.
They just shoot right through.
Yeah, and if you get the really hot ones, you feel it coming out too.
Yes.
So that's why I prefer a non-battered wing, less fat.
I don't care. I'll eat any wings. I love wings. Absolutely love them. Taco Bell was founded by Glenn Bell, John said. So
awesome.
you were on to something there. And I don't know. He could totally be lying. I have no idea. He could have just made that up.
Sounds
it's like
good.
Tim Apple. Oh, and Tukuli has a dog named Tucker. Yeah, there's quite a few Tuckers in the fish fam, which sounds weird. I know Weldon has one named Tucker, and I can't remember who else. There's a few other people that have dogs named Tucker.
Mississippi Fish.
Mississippi Fish?
Well, Mississippi Hippie. Did she always have fishes at the end of her night?
I don't think so. I think that is new.
It threw me off when I said, normally I always say Mississippi Hippie, and then I said fish instead.
There's a guy speaking at the school board meeting who looks like Rico Stan.
That's cool.
Everybody needs food. Never went to Hooters for food. Oh, no. If I was going to go someplace like that, I would go to someplace like that. You know what I'm saying? We used to go to the Canadian ballet.
We used to go to Hooters for all of our hockey drafts, our fantasy hockey drafts.
That was the place to go. Larry D. Chili Head. That's Larry
lots
D.
of TVs.
Mom's boy is Tucker. Sherry got a new black kitty today. And we're over the hour.
Holy cow, we are at the hour. Well, would you like to head over to yours?
Sure.
You guys, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for the super chats. Mods, you guys were amazing. You forced all of I can't even think tonight. The trolls out. I didn't even see a troll because the mods were so all over them, demolishing them. And guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for talking food. We'll talk a little more fish and probably some more food on this guy's channel in probably 3 minutes. Did you want to say anything? Hands are up.
Kumbaya.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
Wiki, wiki, whack.
I don't remember that song, but I do remember that song.
Which one?
The Kumbaya song.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it just all of a sudden it came up. I don't know.
It's the Kumbaya song. I mean, it's Kumbaya. It's the camp song.
Okay, I'm going to hit the end button, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye.